Joining me now from London is Deborah Kendall. She's an Israeli-British citizen stranded in the UK. Deborah, thank you for being with us to share your story. Tell us, Deborah, how long have you been stranded without the ability to come back to Israel? And also, you're a voice for more people in this situation.
Thank you. Yes, I've been in the UK since the December 17th. I arrived 3 days before UK went into lockdown when they discovered the new strain. I was due to fly back to Israel on the 20th of January. That flight was cancelled. I've had 5 flights cancelled in total. So I'm officially over a month past my stay. I have actually applied to the exemption committee, being given permission. We believe there's about 60 of us in the UK who have permission to return, but there are no flights for us to get on.
And 60, of course, doesn't sound like much. The entry every day is restricted to 200, but it does sound like this could have been done. Deborah, have you received any information from the Israeli embassy in the UK or in London?
I wasn't contacted, despite when anyone left Israel legally, we had to fill out a form with our information where we would be, our contact details. Nobody has contacted me to check if everything was okay. I reached out to the ambassador yesterday and I received a generic email from the ambassador's secretary saying I should apply to the exemption committee. But my email to them very clearly stated that I had applied and received permission. So there's obviously a lot more people who are in the UK, but not everyone is eligible to return under the exemption, the guidelines. But there are many of us who left legally. We should be allowed to return. And the issue is that there are no direct flights from the UK to Israel.
And Deborah, the generic response from authorities would, of course, be, as you imagine, this is part of Israel trying to expel the new variations of COVID-19, preventing them from entering the country. What message do you have for them? Because a lot of Israelis stranded abroad now feel they're not being heard.
Yeah, the general consensus, we've set up a few WhatsApp groups. Originally, it was one very large one, and then we've actually yesterday narrowed it down to those of us who all have the permission, because many people who are applying, for whatever reason, they're not being given the approval to return. But so many of us that do have the approval, we just feel abandoned. The ambassador, the message was, we know there's nothing we can do. You need to speak to the Israeli government, which is what we're trying to do. The biggest issue from the UK is that the flights are going via Germany. And because Germany doesn't want people coming from the UK with the UK strain, originally there were no flights. Now there are very limited flights, but the logistical issues make it very complicated. And as we've seen over the last few days, even those who can connect through Frankfurt, it's not a simple process. And most people don't want to put themselves at further risk by doing that.
And we'll continue, of course, to follow the message from Israeli authorities or authorities in the UK. And of course, we'll have you back, Deborah. Thank you for joining us this hour. Thank you.